Hi, I'm Jianjing Li. Today I want to talk about the Learn Canvas for the research area I'm studying for. The research area is natural language processing, and the startup is about to use the NLP technology to auto-check grammar mistakes in words and symbols in Chinese. The usage for this system is to make sure that articles can be published after the checking. First, let's see the unique value proposition. We want to make a professional, efficient, and cheap way to check for mistakes in the content. And also, we want to personalize for each users with their individual request. Then, who will be our customers? Well, first, we are thinking about like the publishers and the individual users, like students or author. They will like read aloud and they will want to use our system to help them to check the mistakes. Then, what's about the channels? The first one of the first channels is that for the individual users, we will have an online website, so it's kind of free for them to use, but like later on we'll have some other ways to get money. Also, we want like them to know that we have this system that help you to check the mistakes. Another thing for the publishers, we will have a personal meetings with them, like we will travel around to have an individual meeting with them to know what they want about specific about the system, and we can personalize for them. In this way, they will better understand our system, and they will willing to use the system. So what is the unfair advantage? First, it's like we will have a specialized regulation for the mistakes. We will talk about this later on in the problem part. Also, we will have a really highly intelligent algorithms that no one can copy from us, so we can more accurate to get all the mistakes. Also, we will have we need to complete a really completed data set with all the specialized words. This is a, a, a special thing in Chinese that there's a lot of words that is specialized. So it's hard to use a regular algorithm or regulation to detect whether if there's a mistake. They need to be just the data set and to check the words. So how can we make money? First is a software subscription fee. This fee is mostly about the publishers. So the publishers will need to pay us for per month to use this system. Also, if they wanted to additional design for individual of them, they will have a personal design fee to add more features or for their using. Now, what we will do as a key matrix? So we will find out the percentage of the correct mistakes that we found, and also we will find like misreport mistakes that in the article. Also, we will want to know the average satisfaction scale from the users, so they will let us know whether they like this system or not. So what's the problem? How I come up with this idea? The publishers need to spend a lot of time and money on the mistake checking, because there's a problem that in Chinese there's not a really a and there's no clear regulation for individual users about mistake checking. So when people finish their article, they cannot tell whether there is a grammar mistake or there's a misusage of the symbols. It's not like in English we kind of like have a regulation. In Chinese, there's like it's hard for us to tell. So the publishers need to hire a lot of people to check every article before they publish. It will take a lot of time for them, and it will spend a lot of money. So there's a spend in time and cost in money in two parts. So with our system, with our solution, we'll have an auto mistake checking system that we will clarify the specific regulations for them to check whether there is a mistake or not. Also, we'll have a personal design for different users. Now, where should we pay for? First, the salaries. We need to hire a lot of IT people to design the algorithm and to update the algorithm. Also, we need to spend for the web hosting and the platform maintenance. We need to have engineers to maintain platform and update the easiest way for the publisher to use. Also, there's a we need to a lot of articles and a lot of words that as the training data when we design this system. So there's some of the data are free that we can get online, but most of the data we need to pay for them and then use the data. And I think this is the last part is the cost of regulations, because the IT students, the IT people, and the engineers, they don't know they don't know the rules of Chinese. We need to hire other like professors in university, or like the publishers checking people, and we need to talk with them and let them to give us the regulations, like where is the mistake, is this word allowed to use in the article, or is there something wrong with this word? Where should we add this symbol, and where this symbol cannot be there? Those regulations cannot be. It's like rules. We cannot just we come up with our head. We need to ask people to make those regulations. Then the value proposition comes. First, the customer's jobs. We are looking for students, authors. Those are the individual users. Then the publishers that most users we are looking for. Then what are the pains for them? It's like they will spend a long time to checking the mistakes, and they will spend a lot of money for the for the publishers to publish things. And for individual person, they will like hard to tell if there is a mistake or not. What can we get from us is that there is an accurate mistake checking system, and it is easy to check, and it's really quick. Then you upload the article, and then we tell you what's wrong with it. Then what's the product? The product right now is just the auto mistake checking system. Then for their pin, we will have the auto checking to get the to spend little time, and there's no need for so many people to check every article. The system can do everything. Also, for individual users, there's a clear regulations for them to tell them there is something wrong with your article. You cannot use this word. And for the game creator, is that this is a really accurate system to check mistakes. Also, it is quick and less cost for the mistake checking. Thank you so much.